Welcome back to IntyCenter for another whip around Fiduce. And we start this week with one of our perpetual questions in Fiduce. Is Mel Ott red hot? And right now it would seem so after a 4-for-4 day at the plate with 3 RBI, helped Amazings get a series opening 7-5 win over the Bandwagoners. Elsewhere on the opening day this week, Tony Mullane was everything the Orange Barrels could have wanted and everything they needed in their season opener versus Game of Thrones. Mullane tossed a complete game shutout, giving up just 2 hits and 3 walks. He struck out 7. Throw starter Jesse Tannehill leaves the game with some shoulder discomfort after 1 2/3 innings. The bullpen didn't do too bad, though. The only run of the game coming from who else? Tony Mullane with a solo homer off Don Sutton. The Barrels take it with that magical scoreline, 1-0. Fred Carroll hit a grand slam homer in the first. Cy Seymour added a 3-run homer in the second, and it was over as soon as it started for Cynthia Vostin Art against a shack of their own. They were down 11-0 after 2 innings. They go on to lose 14-8. A day to forget for Justin Verlander. He retires all of 2 batters, giving up 7 runs on 6 hits. 3 hits and 2 RBI from Jose Ramirez. He helps power the Family Madrigal to a series opening 4-1 win over Let's Play 2. 2 days, 2 games, and 2 incredible pitching duels from Game of Thrones and Orange Barrels. A Tony Gwynn error helped Jocko Milligan score the game's first run at the top of the 5th. A John Beckwith single tied it in the bottom of the inning. Those would be the only runs allowed by the starting pitchers. Guy Hecker tosses 9 innings. He scatters 5 hits. CC Sabathia tosses 9 innings, scatters 6 hits. We'd need to decide this one in extra innings. And with 1 out in the bottom of the 11th, Deacon White sends the fans home happily. His solo homer walks it off and gives the Barrels the exciting 2-1 win. Eddie Plank exited with an injury, but that didn't stop Family Madrigal and Let's Play 2 from having their own pitchers duel. Walter Johnson tosses 6 shutout innings, and Johnny Wright, Burt Dorr, and Bobby Matthews give Madrigal scoreless innings of relief work. Meanwhile, Plank, Carlos Zambrana, and Raleigh Fingers kept putting up goose eggs for Let's Play 2. But in the 9th, Bob Caruthers got an RBI single off Phil Niekro. Niekro later balked in Caruthers to score the second run of the inning. Madrigal takes that one 2-0. And Pedro Martinez. That's it. That's the tweet. Except it's 1993 and Twitter mercifully doesn't exist yet. So we got to give some more details. Martinez was vintage him. Going the distance with a 2-hit shutout. He strikes out 6. He walks a pair. And they get the win 2-0 thanks to that stellar Martinez outing and RBIs from Ed Delahunty and Pudge Rodriguez. Let's go to the 22nd. We've got 3 down-and-out ass whoopings to report on, if we're being honest. The day after getting hit by 5 pitches, the Enhancers went into Hulk smash mode against Ciorak. Jamie Moyer lasts all of 1 2/3 innings. He gives up 7 runs on just 3 hits, but he does walk 7. Dick Allen had 2 homers and 6 RBI. Larry Walker had a homer and 3 RBI. Scott Rowland, Larry Walker, Mike Piazza, Barry Bonds, they all homer. The Enhancers win this one in a laughable fashion, 20-4. Then in Chicago, Fred Dunlap drove in 7 runs, including a 3-run homer in the first. And the combined 8 fingers of Kevin and Mordecai Brown kept Let's Play 2 off balance. Madrigal takes that one 15-4. Third ass whooping. Ty Cobb has 5 hits and 3 RBI, including a homer to lead off the game on the very first pitch. Cal Ripken Jr. adds 4 hits and 5 RBI. Bryce Harper, 4 hits and 3 RBI. Lefty Grove tosses 8 innings, and Amazings just open up a can on the Bandwagoners. They take that one 14-2. Orange Barrels out homers Game of Thrones 4-2 and outslug them 13-7. They complete a sweep at home in that series. Gales in November, they had lost 3 games all season coming into their series against Diamondbacks. They lost 2 in the series, 8 shutout innings of 5-hit baseball from Fernando Valenzuela. He's looking like a steal for the Diamondbacks. Northern Shores are doomed in this one. Bullet Rogan takes a hard luck loss, giving up 2 runs in 7 innings. And the last game of the first set of games this week goes down to the wire. Stone Temple, Seattle Pilots down 4-2 going into the bottom of the 9th. But Big Ed Delahunty, I'll remind you, from Cleveland, stepped up with 2 outs and the bases loaded. He walked it off. He empties the bases to keep up his MVP caliber start to the season. Well, as we switch dance partners, Bob Gibson would get Northern Shores back to their winning ways in their series opener against the Baby Yodas. Gibson goes 7 2/3 innings, shutting out Mandalore along the way. He gives up just 4 hits. He strikes out 8. Craig Kimbrell and Joe Nathan from the vaunted Gales in November bullpen would keep Mandalore off the board the rest of the way. And an Al Simmons RBI single in the 5th was the only run of the game, spoiling 7 innings of 5-hit ball from the Toad Ramsey. Toad takes the hard luck loss, as do the Baby Yodas. Siorak, they got DeGrominated in their series opener against the Pilots. Jacob DeGrom tosses 8 innings. He gives up 1 run on 8 hits, strikes out 5. George Brett, 3 hits and 4 RBI. The Pilots take it 10-1. Hilton Smith continues to stake his claim to be the best pitcher in Fidus today. He goes 8 innings, giving up 2 runs, only one of them earned on just 3 hits. The Scythy take their opener from Amazings 5-2. I'm going to be honest, as we move to the 24th, there's only one game I've got notes on. Not because the other games weren't interesting. It's literally because the host of IntyCenter was being assaulted by a couple of 4.5-year-olds while doing The Sims. But this one was a beauty of a game, a second straight masterpiece from a Scythy starter. This time, Michael Gary Scott showed us why he's the best regional manager in baseball. He tosses a complete game, gives up 5 hits, walks 1, strikes out 7. Joe Medwick, Earl Averill each have 3 hits for Scythy. And this game has the coolest thing that can happen in Fidus. To lead off the 4th inning, it's Babe Ruth, pitched against Babe Ruth. Stone Temple Seattle Pilots ended their week by annihilating Siorak. Edgar Martinez and Nap LaJoie each hit 3-run homers. Ed Delahunty added a 2-run homer. The Pilots take it 15-2. Tim Lincecum got his first win of the year as Gales of November continue to come back to earth a bit. Lincecum tossed 8 innings, gave up 1 run on 3 hits, struck out 6. Baby Yodas take that one 5-1. And the Enhancers, they steal one from the Orange Barrels. They scored twice in the 9th to come from behind and walk it off, winning 3-2 on a sac fly from Dick Allen. Vita Blue strikes out 10, gave up 2 runs and 7 hits in 8 innings, taking a no decision for those efforts. And we'll end IntyCenter with a minor league update. One thing to note, we have a very unhappy Paul Goldschmidt down at AAA, but he's not letting his unhappiness impact his performance. He's got 10 homers through 12 games. Incredible start to the season for him. That's going to do it this week for IntyCenter. We'll catch you next time for another whip around Fidus and maybe a quick look down to AAA.